So, as you read through a substantial amount of literature, both for your literature review and to support your arguments and findings, it is important to consider how to effectively manage and organize your reference. This is where a powerful citation management software comes handy. It allows you to collect and organize your references systematically, generate citation with just a few clicks. So we will show you how to do this. So the first step, let's begin with how to create an EndNote library. Open the EndNote first. So when you open EndNote, you will see this screen on your computer. We can just click create a new library. And then it will prompt these windows and ask us to give it a name for the library. So the default is my EndNote library, but we will use a topic called smoking today. So we will name our EndNote library smoking. And make sure you save your library to your computer's hard drive, not a cloud location such as OneDrive, iCloud, Dropbox, as this can corrupt your library. So now I save it to maybe downloads here, and then click save. And then you will open this windows. It's a typical EndNote library. And for Mac computers, when you open EndNote, it may just display the toolbar at the top of your screens, and it will not be obvious that it is open. So look for the EndNote toolbar and then click on File and then New to create your library. You will then fill the screen with your empty library. Look like this. So is there any problem when you create your library? Any problem? Everyone success? Okay, let's go back to our screen. So we have create an EndNote library. So after you create your EndNote library, actually you will find both the .enl file and the .data folder are then created. So make sure you keep both of the files together because they are in pair. And then let's try to add a reference in EndNote. For example, I want to add this article into my EndNote library. First, I have to identify the essential information for an article. For example, the author's name, the publication year here, and the page range of the articles, and source information, for example, the journal titles and its volume and issue numbers. And of course, the article title. So all these highlights are the essential information for an article record. On the end side here, you can click on this icon. It's a add new reference icon. So you can click on this icon, or you can use the shortcut key Control N to create a new reference. So when I click on it, it will show me these windows. Yes. And then you can select the reference type from the drop-down menus here. And the default is journal articles here. Different reference type display different fields. You only need to fill the essential information as I mentioned for an journal articles, and other fields such as abstract, notes, keywords are for your benefit and will not appear in the bibliography you generate. When manual inputting the reference into EndNote, it is very important to follow some rules to ensure the consistency and accuracy. And now we are trying to input a reference into our EndNote library. And actually on your handout, I already show you the fields you have to enter. So you can just follow it and then enter to your EndNote library. But before that, I want to highlight some rules. For example, the author name. For personal names, enter the author's last name followed by a comma and their initial or first name. For example, here it shows Vivian, comma Michael F. Dot. Or you can enter the first name and then followed by the last name, and do not add commas. This is one of the examples. So you will enter it as Michael F. Dot and then Weaver. So no comma. And you can select either way to input the author name, but please be consistent. So you can choose either way, but please be consistent. And the first method is the mostly common use in most of the databases. And for corporate author, please place a comma at the end of the name. For example, this one, the Hong Kong Baptist University, and then put a comma. And for departments in an organization, add two comma after the department name. For example, Department of History, and then remember to put two comma after it. And then the Hong Kong Baptist University, and then comma. So let's see what looks like in EndNotes. And here's the EndNote library. So in the overviews, let's see if I don't follow the rules, what will happen. So I just enter the Hong Kong Baptist University. So if I don't put any commas, maybe I just save it and then close it. Let's see. So it will look like this one. A very strange display. It will look like because it treated as the method 2, how to type the author name. So it treated as university and then comma THKB. So which is not what we want. So remember, if it is an organization name, so remember to put a comma after the name and then click save, and then now it looks better. So it displays the Hong Kong Baptist University. So please remember some of these rules when you are doing some manual input work. If there are more than one author, so you have to enter each author on a separate line within the field. Like use the enter key on your keyboard to go to another line. So this is how you input the author information in this field. For the author names that are already in your EndNote library, EndNote will auto-complete the name after you type in a few letters. If the author is a new name, it will appear in red, but will change to black when the reference is saved. Next is about the dates. So enter the date and month as required by your reference style. For example, here, if you enter 05 April as EndNote does not reformat the date, it will appear as what exactly you have input. Again, please be consistent. So you can enter the day like this, or April 5 in abbreviation, or 5th April. So either way can do, but please be consistent. So if you choose the first method like this one, so every reference use the same style to input it, and do not enter the year in the date field, because year is another field in EndNote. And for the page numbers, you can enter either as a complete number, look like this. For example, 200, 252 to 259. So you enter the complete number, or with the last page truncated like this one, 255 and then hyphen 9. So it's okay. So enter the page number in full or abbreviated range, but do not use comma for the page number. So for example, you can see here, so it's 1033. So page 1033. If you enter a commas here, it will read it as page 1 and page 033. Look like it will treat it as two separate page. So please do not enter the comma or p dot or pp dot, the abbreviation for page. Um, so just enter the full number, full page number, or abbreviated range. So these are some rules that I want to remind you when you do your manual input. And let's go back to our exercise. So have you tried to do a manual input on your PC? Any problem? Or can you follow? So we will try to enter the information here. So here is the author information and year. So enter the publication year. Oh, not sure why it cannot let me enter. Yes, maybe I'll just copy and paste. So, and also the article titles and the journal titles, and also the volume and the issue number, and also the page number. And that's it. So, and if it has a DOI, so you can also enter the DOI information. And then press save to save your record. Close it. So now you can see my reference here. And manual input can be tedious and labor intensive, especially when dealing with many reference, right? So instead of manual input, and offer a direct export features that allows you to import references directly into your library from databases or other sources. In the following section, I will show you direct export from free databases, OneSearch, our library main search engine, and one of our database called ProQuest, and Google Scholar. And Firefox and Google Chrome are the recommended browser for direct export. First, I will show you direct export from OneSearch. If I'm running through this too quickly, please tell me, and we can do this together in Chrome. So let's go to Chrome first. So here's our library homepage. And you can find the search box labeled as OneSearch. This is the main discovery tools that you would use to search library collections and articles. For example, I'm looking for books and articles about smoking. So I enter my search term smokings in the search box and then press enter. On the results page, if I think the first record is relevant for my research, so I click the three dots, and then I select EndNote Desktop here. And for encoding, just leave it if it's as a contact, no need to select from the drop-down menu. So directly click on download, and then just save it. So I make download here, and then you will see that I have downloaded a .ris file. So when I click on it, it will import the references to my EndNote library. So you will see here, it is the book information. So can you do this on your PC? Now let's try to export 5 book records and 5 articles records from OneSearch together. So I've just shown you how to export one record from OneSearch, but if you want to export 5 books and 5 article records, how to do this? So firstly, you can refine your search results by using the filters on the right hand side here. You can see the active filters here. For example, I want to find peer-reviewed journal articles. I can select the filter peer-reviewed journals, and then under resource type, I can select articles, and then I can apply filters. So now I will just select 5 of these records. So maybe the first 5. I can click on this pin buttons. Can you see it here is a pin buttons? So you click on the pin buttons. So let's check 5 records, 5 article record. 4 and then 5. So I have already saved 5 article records, right? If I want to find books instead of journal article, I can reset the filters. And then, of course, here under resource type, I can show more and then select books. And then apply filter again. Then maybe I can check the first 5. So click on the pin button again. So pin the first 5. After selection, so to export a multiple record at a time, so you can click on the pin icon to mark the desired record. When you finish the selection, go to my favorite here, and you will find I have bookmarked the 10 records here, and I can check this box to select all, and then click on push to action menu. So it's a free docs. Click on it, and then select end desktop again, and then download it. And then again, click on the downloaded RIS file. And this time you can see that I have import 10 records at once to my EndNote library. This is how you can export multiple records at a time. For Mac users, if you have difficulties opening the RIS file on your Mac, please follow the instruction on the page 6 to configure the settings. So you can, if you're a Mac user, you can refer to this page. It will teach you how to configure the settings. Okay, any problem? Can you export the article and book records to the EndNote library successfully? Any questions? Am I running too fast? If no, then I will go on to talk about the second part. In addition to OneSearch, most academic databases allow direct export of references to EndNote. In this workshop, we will use ProQuest as an example to demonstrate these exporting features. So ProQuest is a comprehensive research databases that provide access to many scholarly resources from various disciplines. You can use ProQuest to explore in-depth information on your research topics. So let's go to ProQuest first. And this time we click on the second tab, databases, and type ProQuest. And then press search. So for your information, if you don't know which database you want to go to, and you can use the two drop-down menu here. You can browse a database by subject, so you can find your subjects here, or you can browse a database by types here. We have different types of database. So this time we go to ProQuest, press search. So it will bring you to the A to Z database list. And the first one is ProQuest. So click on ProQuest. And normally it will ask you to log in with your SSO ID. So as I already logged on, it will redirect me to the ProQuest. Yes. And on this page, you can see ProQuest cover different subject disciplines. So this time, maybe we can just select all, and then you click use selected databases. If you want to find some peer-reviewed articles about smoking, we can enter the search term smokings here. And here we can limit our result to scholarly journals. And here you can see a little checkbox called peer review. And when you click on the exclamation mark, it explains a little bit about what is peer review. And then press search. Actually, there are multiple ways to do direct export in ProQuest. For a single record, if I just want to select export one record, I can click on the Cite buttons here. Can you see these buttons? Cite. And then scroll down a little bit and then choose EndNote. And then, yes, continue. And this is how we export one record from ProQuest. And also, you download the RIS file again. When you click on it, it will import to the EndNote library. And of course, you can select multiple records at a time. And you can check this checkbox here. Maybe we can check the few, check the first 5. Or you can click here to select all. But it takes some time for export the records. Click on these 3 dots again. And then you will find the citation export. Under citation export menu, find EndNote here. So click on EndNote and then scroll down, continue. And then save it, save the RIS file again, and again click on it. And then it will import 5 records. It takes some time because the ProQuest record are with the full text file. Yes, because in ProQuest you can see that there is a paperclip with the records, which means that some attachment are attached with the citation. So you can click when I select one of this record, click on here and click open, then you will find the full text. So in ProQuest, when you export the citation, it also attach with the PDF. Because This is for demonstration only, but we assume that all records are relevant to our research topic. But normally, you have to evaluate the results one by one to select relevant records. The principles are the same for other databases. Usually, you mark the ones you are interested in and look for an exporting to EndNote or exporting to RIS option. So pay attention to these keywords, RIS, EndNote, and then where reference has a file attached, it will look like this. A paperclip icon appear next to the record. You can view the full text by open the links here, as I show you. However, not all databases could provide this full text link. We usually download the full text file from databases and then attach it to the EndNote record. Let's see how it works. So normally, we will, for example, this one, we will look at this PDF file, right? And then download the PDF file. Download the PDF files and find the record in our EndNote library vector source. Here, find the relevant EndNote records, and then you can there are multiple ways to do the file attachment as shown on our handouts. It will show you can drag and drop. So after you download the full text, you can drag and drop it to the EndNote library, or you can click the attach file buttons and then find the PDF file you've downloaded. I've downloaded two downloads right here. And then I can attach this full text file with to my EndNote records here. So after attach the file, click any space in the EndNote library, and then your prompt you, do you want to save the changes? So just click yes. And then you will see now I got this full text file here. You can attach multiple files to one record. The file could be a PowerPoint, Word, not just PDF. It depends on your need. You can also do some annotations and highlights in EndNote directly. So for example, if I'm reading these articles and I want to do some highlights, I can just use the EndNote to do so. So highlight this sentence. So you can use the annotation tools here, markup and annotation. These little icons, or you can add a sticky notes or underline or strike out on the selected text. So you can do some simple markups here. And then remember to save the changes. So next time when you open the PDF, you will still see the highlights and also there's any other comments. This PDF file is saved in the corresponding EndNote data folder. So if you remember at the very first beginning, we said that we have two files and they are together. One is the EndNote library file .enl and its corresponding data folder. So this PDF is saved in the data folder. Therefore, you can remove the original downloaded PDF file from the computer, which means that I can delete this PDF file because I already saved a copy in the corresponding EndNote data folder. So you can see even I delete the original PDF files, I can still find the PDF file in my EndNote library. Then we will move to the next part to talk about the Google Scholar. Google Scholar can help you find some open access scholarly sources, but not all material are peer reviewed. You must evaluate the source to ensure they are appropriate. Before searching, you need to set up your Google Scholar preference to see the EndNote link directly under each reference. So let's do these settings together. So please go to Google Scholar first. So here is the Google Scholar page. And then you can click this free dash here to open the setting menu here. So click on settings. So we will do two settings. The first one is under library links. So we first set up the links. So on your computer, you can just type Hong Kong Baptist University to do a search first. University Library, and then press search. Then you will see this option. So just make sure you check the box here and then save the settings. This is the first settings. So we set up the library links and the second settings. Let's go to settings again. And the setting, so this time you just scroll down a little bit and under bibliography manager here. So the default is don't show any citation import link, but we want it to show the end of one. So choose the second one and then in the drop down menu, select EndNote and then save your settings again. So everything set up. Type smoking and then do a search. After you do the two settings, actually you will find the Find It at HKBU Library buttons here next to the record, but not all the record are with the links because it will show the BU subscription only. And when you click on Find It at HKBU Library, it will bring you to the full text through our library. And it will help to check if we have the full text. So if we have the full text, it will show you the full text file here. So this is the first settings. And for the second setting is about EndNote, right? So now you will see that under each records, you will find the import into EndNote this button. So you can click on it. Again, save the file, and this time the file extension is not .ris. Now it's .enw, but it's the same. EndNote can still use this type of files. So when you click on it, it will import into your EndNote library. So this is how you do the direct export from the Google Scholar. Now your EndNote library should have several reference in it, right? And the next step, you may want to find the full text. EndNote offers a find full text function, which enables you to automatically retrieve the full text and PDF files for their references. And we try to locate a full text file on the web, mostly open access PDF files. Once found, EndNote downloads and attach the files to the references. To do this, you can go to your EndNote library. So now I have about 20 records in my EndNote library. I can click Ctrl A to select all. And then you can see this button, Find Full Text button here. You can click on it. And then now on the left panels, you can see here, Find Full Text. And now it's searching. And you can see that, see the search results here. But it takes some time for EndNote to search. So you can wait while the searching is in progress. You can search for up to 250 records at a time. After searching is complete, EndNote will show you the results. So now it's still searching 10, but you can see the results here. So it helped me to find 3 PDF. So it attached the PDF directly. So now you can see the PDF here, and it's still searching. So you can see the number is increasing. And this records, this is, do you remember this is the manual input record, right? So it tells me that it helped me to find an URL, but not the full text file. And for this 11 record, it cannot find anything, so not fine. So this is how EndNote helps you to find the full text. So if it can find the open access articles, you will attach it, attach the files to the reference automatically. We have covered how to do direct export, right, from the OneSearch, our library main search engine, also ProQuest, one of our databases, and we have configured the Google Scholar settings. Direct export allows you to export references directly from various online databases into your EndNote library. So you can start by accessing the online databases that contains the reference you want to export. This can be Google Scholar, OneSearch, or ProQuest, as I mentioned, or any other resources that support direct export to EndNote this feature. Then you have to review the search results and select the references you want to export to EndNotes. And this can be done by checking the checkboxes or selecting specific record within the database interface. So remember the star on the Google Scholar means save record, and the pin icons on OneSearch means save to my favorite, right? So you look for this kind of buttons. And then after selections, choose the export option. Look for the export option usually labeled as export, save, or may have an icon indicating exporting or downloading. So pay attention to these wordings or icons. And lastly, when you prompt to choose the export format, remember to select EndNote or EndNote compatible formats such as RIS or ENW, as we mentioned, and also some of these formats show here. The available export format may be variant depending on the database you are using. So please pay attention to this kind of file formats. So when you see this kind of file formats, you can import the record to your EndNote library. Another very important message is please be reminded that whenever you export records from any databases into your EndNote library, you should check each reference record carefully and edit them if necessary. To edit a reference record, you can select the record first, and then click on the Edit tab, and then amend the reference. And then after, for example, this one, as shown on the screen, the title information, actually, you just include the book titles would be enough. But in this record, it also includes some unnecessary information. So you have to close it or delete it, remove this unnecessary information, and then click save to save your record. Otherwise, the display on your reference list would be very strange. So I want to remind you again that EndNote cannot teach you how to reference correctly. You need to know your reference style. For mistakes in your citation records, garbage in, garbage out, remember. So if you don't make corrections, error will carry over when you insert your references into your work. So this step is very important. You have to review and edit your records. Don't just trust the record from direct export features. So you have to check each one and see if any information is not accurate, then you have to amend it. Then we will go to the next sections. It talk about the duplicates. So duplicates can be accumulated in your library over time, especially when importing references from various sources. So from OneSearch, Google Scholars, or ProQuest. So there may be some duplicates. So remember to remove these duplicates to ensure all references are unique and make it easier to manage and cite reference accuracy. So how to do the remove duplicate action? So you can go to here, library, on the menu, and then select find duplicates. And the EndNote will help to check if there are any duplicates in your library. And a dialog box will appear like this one. The box will display any duplicates records, and different data of the records is highlighted for comparison. And but for this example, it seems that it's two identical records, but although their content are the same. But remember, EndNote assign a unique number for each record. So this one is number 3, record number 3, and the other one is record number 8. So as they are two identical records, so you can keep either one. Maybe I just keep the record number 3, and also find another duplicate, but most likely it's identical record. So I can just keep either one. So when I keep this record button, that means the other duplicate record uh, will be removed from my library, and it will be put on to the trash. So you will see that there are two records here, the duplicate records. On these screen captures, you can select keep this record, then EndNote will move another one record to the trash. But if you keep skip, that means both record will keep in your library. The box will reappear until all duplicate records have been handled. So this is how you handle duplicates in your EndNote library. We will go to the next section to talk about use group to manage your library. In EndNote, there are two types of group you can create to organize your references. One is called custom group, and other one is called smart groups. So custom groups are manually organized, while smart group are automatically populated based on search criteria. So let's see how to create a custom groups. Let's try to create one called course reading. So in the library, in the EndNote library, you have to go to groups here, and then click create group, and then you will see on the left panel new groups here. I can rename it as course reading. Course reading. And then that's it. That's how to create a custom group. And you can now drag and drop some reference from all references into these custom groups. So click on all references. You can just drag and drop some of the references to the course reading, this tab. So maybe I just drag 3. So now I drag 3 references to this custom group. Now you can see 3 here. And next, we will create a smart group. So again, go to the groups on the top bar menu. And then this time we select create smart group. And now you can see a Windows pop up. So I have to give a name to this smart group. Maybe I call it cancer. So here I have to specify some of the search criteria for this smart group. Maybe we select any field plus PDF not contains the keywords cancer. And then the publication year. I want some latest articles, so I will specify it is greater than maybe 2022. So I just want the records that is published after 2022. So I create this smart group. So you can see at this time, 5 references have been automatically put into these smart groups, which means that these 5 references match the criteria I've just set. So you can see they are all published after 2022 and contains the keywords smoking in the full text PDF or any other fields. And if after you create this smart group, so any new future references, if they have matched the criteria we have just set, they will move to this group automatically. So this is how smart group works. But pay attention if you delete a reference from my smart group. Let's try. For example, I delete this reference. So now I got 5 records in the smart group called cancer. And the total number reference in my EndNote library is 18. And if I delete one of the reference from this smart group, so maybe I delete it and move it to trash. And now you can see the total number of reference in the library will be changed. So now it's 17. And so please be very careful when you remove or delete references from a smart group. You will move the references into the trash. But if you remove references from a custom group, the group we've just created called course reading, if I remove, or maybe this one, the menu input one, I want to remove it. So I remove the reference, I move it to the trash. Yes. And then you can see that it's already moved to the trash. So and for any questions up to here, if No. So all deleted reference can be found in the trash. But if you clean up the trash, then you cannot find the reference anymore. So it's okay to keep it in the trash. And if you want to change the criteria in the smart groups, that means I want to change the criteria for this one. I can right click it and then edit group, and then you will find this window again. And if I change the criteria, maybe I just want the latest publication. So I want the publication, the year is greater than 2024. And I save my criteria. Oh, no, because it's greater than. So again, let's try again, maybe greater than 2003. And now you can see that these articles are published after 2023. So this is the way how you manage the smart group. And we will move to the next box to talk about the tag and other features that helps you to manage your EndNote library. Click here to create a tag. And you can select colors here, maybe red. And then you can rename your tag. Maybe I call it maybe good reading. And then create tag. So now you can see a red tag here. And then if you want to add the text to this record, you can just drag it to my tag. Now you can see a small tag here, a small red tag here. You can drag it to the tag, or you can go to here, manage tag, and then you can click on the available tag. As I just create one tag, so you can select the tag here and then click OK. You can also add the tag to the reference. So we just talk about the tag, and for this part, it's very important. You have to save and back up your EndNote library regularly to ensure you do not lose your work. There are two options to make a backup copy of your EndNote library. First, this is the first method. You can go to File and then choose Save a Copy. This will produce a copy of both the EML and the data folder. So if you use the method A, save a copy, then you can save the two files. Save a copy of the two files. Let's try here. File and then save a copy. And the original files, I put it under that download, and then new file, maybe I put it under documents here. So it's called smoking copy. Let me save it. So now when I go to documents, you can find that I have saved a copy of both the ENL and the data folders here. So this is method A, how to back up your EndNote library. And for method B, it save it as a compressed file. So you go to File again and then select Compressed Library. This will compress both files. That means the ENL and the data folder into a single file called dot ENLX file. It is a better option if you want to send the library by email. You can choose to compress the library with the file attachment or without the file attachment, and select specific references or those that appear in a group or a set rather than the whole library. You can select here. And please be reminded that if you are sharing the EndNote library with file attachment, including some licensed material such as journal articles downloaded from the library subscribed database to a non-HKBU user. Please select without file attachment to avoid violating any copyright issue. So to save a compressed library, you will go to File again, and then this time select Compressed Library. And then this little pop-ups. So pay attention to these options with or without file attachment. And you can select selected reference or all the reference in a group. So in this example, I will just want to save a backup for the whole library. So I select all references in the library and then next. So this time, maybe I save it to desktop and see. So now you can see that a single file .enlx file is created. So you can send this file by email, and the recipient can just double click this file, and then he or she can open the whole EndNote library again. So this is how you can back up your EndNote library. Then we'll go to the last part about the cite while you write feature in Microsoft Word. EndNote cite while you write helps you to insert citations, build the reference list, and format the citation style of your entire essay. Once you have installed EndNote, you will see the EndNote tab in the Microsoft Word. So here is my essays, and after you install EndNote, you will find this tab EndNote 21 in Microsoft Word. So you'll find this toolbar here. And you can select the referencing style you want to use. So by default, it's EndNote. So maybe I select APA, and you can select others as well. If you cannot find on the list, you can click here, select another style. You will see the full list here. So you can select any of the style here. And for my demonstration, I select AB87. And this can be changed at any time. So if this time I don't want to use APA, I want to use MLA, then I can select another and then find MLA. Let me see. Yes, here I can select MLA. So this tab can be changed anytime. And there are two ways to add in-text citation to your paper with EndNote. Both methods do the same things in the end, but the one you use is up to you. So method A, we want to insert a selected citation. So first, let me enlarge it a little bit. So on my essays, if I want to insert an in-text citation here, I put my cursor here and then space. And then in EndNote, I can highlight the reference here. For example, I want to insert this reference. So I highlight it, go to work again, my essay, and then this time I click here, insert citation, and then go to select insert selected citation. Then you can see EndNote helps me to generate the in-text citation here and also the reference dates at the end of the paper. So this is method A, how you insert a selected citation from EndNote. And again, for method B, you put the cursor to where you would like to put a citation in the word first. For example, this time I want to insert a citation here, and then I can click insert citation, and this time it will pop up a windows and ask me to locate the references. I can enter the author surnames or a keyword from the titles. Maybe I just find smoking. Then I will find a list of references here. So maybe this one. And then click insert. And again, it helps me to insert the citation here. This is how you can insert a citation. We will go to the next part about edit a citation. I want to furthermore, and then according to someone, let's try to insert a citation again. Maybe according to this one, common, and insert. So it's very strange, right? When you are doing this in-text citation, you most probably have to remove the brackets and also do some editing for it, right? But please remember, don't just use the backspace or delete. Don't do so, because every citation, when you click on it and you see it is graded in color, right? That means some cookings are behind the text. So don't just put backspace, delete this kind of button or action, because if you have done so, the document may be co-op because some coding behind may be co-op. So remember, if you want to do the editing for this this in-text citation, always go to edit and manage citation in the toolbars here. So edit and manage citation, and here you can format your in-text citation. And now it's the default format, but I actually, for this one, I want to display as author and then bracket year, right? So I click OK. Then now you can see that the in-text references, the format is changed. So this is how you can edit a citation. Actually, you can do a several editings. For example, if this one, I want to go edit and manage again. And then here you can see there are some fields, prefix, suffix, and page numbers. So for prefix, is to add text to the beginning of a citation. For example, you can type C also. Yeah, it's not good because I missed a space here. So every text you input in prefix, suffix, or page number, it will display as what you enter. So remember to put a space, and then it looks better, right? So you will see also the source here is how you add the prefix. Or if you want to add the suffix, like emphasize, edit. This time remember to add a space like this one. And if you are doing a direct code, you have to include a page number, right? So you can add a page numbers here. For example, page 10. Then it will look like this. So this is how you do the editing. Always go to edit and manage citation, remember. And after you do this formatting, the in-text citation will be changed automatically. And sometimes you want to remove an existing citation, right? For example, the wrong citation was accidentally inserted, or it was incorrectly placed. So do not simply select and delete the citation again. Do not use the backspace or delete buttons. So, and insert some hidden formatting characters, and you may not delete all of them cleanly, so resulting a corruption of your documents. So remember, if you want to remove the citation, go to Edit and Manage Citation again. And this time, you can select this drop-down menu, click on the arrow, and then here, remove citation, and then click OK. Then the in-text citation will be removed from your document cleanly. Yeah, clearly. So if you want to remove the citation, always go to Edit and Manage Citation. Remember, this is very important. If there's no questions, can you spot something wrong with the in-text citation and the reference list? Something wrong. Can you see this here? Remember I mentioned before, garbage in, garbage out. So here you can see that unnecessary information are included. For example, in the DOI section. So you see it's duplicates. The first part, right? And the second one also. So how you can edit it? You can go to your EndNote library again. Yes, here you can, for example, this one. Yes, it's this one, right? And as I mentioned before, you have to review and edit your record before you insert it into your document, right? If you haven't done so, it will look like this. Some duplicate information fine here. So you can actually EndNote help to format the DOI, so you don't need to enter the suffix. No, the prefix, sorry. So you can just delete the first part and then save it. And then, and here, update the citation and bibliography. So now the unnecessary information have been removed. So this is why edit the citation is very important before you insert it into your document. The last part is about remove few cooks. As I mentioned, there's some cooking behind the document. So for the last part here, before submitting the Word document to your teacher or the publisher, you have to remove the few cooks first. How to do this is go to here. For Windows user, you select Convert Citation and Bibliography, and you select Convert to Plain Text, this drop-down menu, and click Yes. Yes, because I have to save this document. Be saved here. And then now it create another document without any cookings. So you see, when I click on this in-text citation or the references, now you cannot see the gray highlighted, right? Because no cookings are behind, they are plain text. So in this new document, you can use the backspace or delete buttons because no cooking behind the document. And you can submit this version to your teachers or publisher. Make sure you have the original document with the EndNote coding for future editing, and submit a copy without field codes to your instructor. And for Mac user, you may go to the EndNote tab, and then under Tools, select Convert to Plain Text. The wording is a little bit different between Mac and Windows. So for Mac user, you will find a tab called Tool, and then select Convert to Plain Text. It's the same principle behind. So it's a little bit different on the wordings. A quick wrap up of today's workshop. Remember the 3 key steps for effective reference management. First, we learned about various methods to add references to EndNote Library, such as searching and importing from online databases and manually input references. Second, we learned how to organize references with EndNote libraries, such as edit records, remove duplicates, create groups tag, and save a backup. And lastly, we learn how to use Cite while you write feature to insert, edit citation, and create bibliography in Word. And if you have questions about EndNote, feel free to visit the user service counter on level 3 of the main library or the Chapman campus library. Contact us by phone or send us email. Um, Meanwhile, uh, here is our contact information. So feel free to ask us any question